feature of Scotland's play, Kenny, over the last couple of days. Certainly want to always dominate possession where possible. Here's Dembele, he's got Patterson outside him. Chooses just to go infield. Dembele might get...
I think he's been one of the surprise packages over the 2 games so far.
It's a lovely turn from Karamoko. Dembele driving forward, manages to ride 1 or 2 challenges. Rhys McAleer.
Patterson's another one, he's sharp on the ball, always looking to get involved.
Crunching. Managed to be as accurate as he would like in the early stages, but that's tidy stuff this time. Patterson into Dembele. You can see him just twisting and turning. Jensen Weir's there into Barron. Good control from him. Comes back across, finds Dembele. Dembele with space to move into. He's got Patterson outside him, but he chooses to go back infield. 0 winners against Qatar on Thursday. So they've still got plenty to play for as well, as do Scotland. There goes Dembele, scurrying down the line. Checks back. Showing confident footwork as ever. Down he goes. It's been a regular feature of the week. Karamoko Dembele on the receiving end of a robust challenge.
I think I would dislocate both hips if I tried to move my feet the way he does.
That's why you're sitting up here.
Just as well. You can see why a couple of the clips of his skill is going viral on social media. It's just a joy to see someone with that kind of skill, no matter what age, no matter what team.
Well, here comes the delivery from Dembele. It's deep one to the back post. McAleer's there. The offside advantage over Scotland. Scotland perhaps had a physical advantage over Qatar, but this one certainly looks like a more even contest.
And that is part of the learning curve. You can see boys like Dylan Forrest are already enjoying that side of the game.
It's another mazy run. Just watching through the window as that one comes down onto the chest of Dembele. Patterson has it into Forrest. Forrest floats it over to his Celtic teammate. Felt like he was on the receiving end. Scotland very often looking to work it out to Dembele, and you can see why. A real bag of tricks and a real aggression to his game now as well, as he manages to hold that one in. Good to see these boys operating slightly above their age, and that's a lovely pass from Jensen Weir. It sends Karamoko Dembele racing towards the box. He goes on the outside, flicks it with the left foot into the side netting. Accomplished early on, good range of passing, as has Barron. He's found Dembele. Patterson's going outside him. Dembele surely going to slide it down the line. Patterson into the feet of Dembele. You can see more than happy to hold the ball off against a much bigger opponent. Here he goes. Dembele just taking his time assessing the options, and it goes to Forrest. The 2 Celtic men combine, and Dembele gets it back.
Within an inch of sending Dembele through.
Good control from Rhys McAleer, and Dembele just flicks it off of the opponent. A real theme of Scotland's play has been down this right hand side. Forrest fires that one at Dembele. Dembele manages to keep it in, and it's a lovely turn of pace again. He's into the box, goes by 1, by 2, closing in, and the goalkeeper floats it across. Scotland can't get there. Certainly was ambitious. He's not going to get enough on it, although it's been missed, and it comes through to Dembele. And we know what comes next. Twisting and turning, one way and then the other, across to the edge of the box, just crowded out in the end. He's taken a real sore one, I think.
McLaughlin say after the game the other night, he gave them all of 19 minutes to enjoy their win against England before attention turned to this one.
I think Dembele's perhaps just winded more than anything. Just took a bit of a sore one. It was a lovely run initially, Kenny, but ran into a bit of a cul-de-sac before long. And I think he's still feeling the after effects of that heavy challenge.
Yeah, I think he should sit this one out for a minute or two. Certainly a few of the boys taking the opportunity to get some fluids on. It's
not the first time, and it certainly will not be the last that Karamoko Dembele takes a sore one. He's getting used to it already.
It's the downside if you're blessed with skill. Wouldn't know anything about that. It's a lot easier to be a clogger.
He looks absolutely fine. Sculch finds Dembele. He kills it dead as well. Skips through, absolutely scythed down. It was Romanuk and Sassy. Rolls it through the centre circle to Weir, and then Smith. Now Dembele has it. This is the position he operated well in the first half. Just skating past his man as if he's not there. Cole Stars is moving his way into the box. Again with Andrew Winter. Infield he comes. He goes for the ambitious pass. It doesn't come off for him. Kettings is there though. Dembele with the close control once more. Skips in, fires it from distance. Karamoko Dembele just over the top. He's had a much quieter second half, Kenny, but as you can see, he doesn't need too much encouragement.
He's capable of playing in explosive bursts, and that wasn't too far away at all. turned in a really tight space.
Advantage at the moment. Smith steps over it. Here comes Dembele. Hits the wall though. Smith's there. Goalkeeper comes and punches. Dembele might get a second bite at it. Round the outside he goes, down he goes again. You can't see it on your screen at the moment, but the Scotland players again debating who's going to take the penalty kick.
Poor Cole Stars did ever so well to win it. He's quick off the mark to try and grab the ball, but as Brian McLaughlin shouted on, Dembele's obviously the designated take-up.
Referee just having a word with Ignacio Suarez in the goal. Felt he was being a bit over the top with his attempted mind games on Karamoko Dembele.
Got to like Stars' enthusiasm for the cause. Bundle of energy.
Here he comes in, Karamoko Dembele from the penalty spot, steps up, smashes it down the middle, makes it Scotland 2, Uruguay 0. Karamoko Dembele, he's been a real thorn in the side of Uruguay all afternoon. He's got it there as well, just moving towards the penalty box. Jensen Weir curls that one into Karamoko Dembele on the outside for the umpteenth time, goes down. No suggestion of a penalty this time though. Slips it across the corner, Smith. Scotland players enjoying themselves here. Smith backheels it to Dembele. Dembele driving to the left. The pass isn't a good one though.